So what's up? What's the deal, guys? Welcome to JA News.
It's up.
For today's show, we got a good one. The moment we've all been waiting on, as Adidas has finally revealed their preliminary Q3 financial report. So for today's show, we're gonna cover all the details as we find out how successful this past Yeezy sale actually was. We also got some interesting insight in regards to the next future Yeezy drop, and let's just say it may not be the last one, and I didn't even see that one coming. So stay tuned, guys. We got all that plus the latest and greatest in sneaker news and updates, and it's coming right up next. All right, so before we get into today's big story, we got a couple of quick sneaker updates, so make sure you guys smash the like button. Now, first and foremost, we got official images for the new Nike Knock the Glide. This colorway will be called White Chrome, and you know, anytime we get these official images, a release date should follow suit shortly afterwards. Now, I feel like Drake, he's having a tough enough time dealing with all the criticism for his new album For All the Dogs, so we should just be light on him with this one. But in all seriousness, when revisiting the original Nike Knock the Glide release, you know, the white and black pair, I feel like that sneaker did what it had to do, and I feel like it definitely had that impact amongst Drake fans. And funny enough, I've even seen like casual people that you wouldn't expect to be sneakerheads rocking these joints. So no official word when these should drop, but as I mentioned, now that we have these official images, a release date should follow suit shortly here in the future. So as far as today's major sneaker releases, it looks like CPFM had all the hype beasts and resellers in a chokehold trying to get a pair of the new Air Fleet 2s. Jordan Brand, they released the Jordan 1 Satin Bread, a woman's exclusive release, which one could actually consider to be the first original reimagined Jordan 1s. And now that we got all those out the way, next up for Jordan Brand, they got the release of the Jordan 1 Reimagined Royal, which they will be blessing certain members with exclusive access, kicking off very soon. So we got the release details for this upcoming drop from the Jordan Brand themselves via the Nike Sneakers app, which reads, to prioritize our most loyal Jordan members, the Air Jordan 1 Royal Reimagined will be released via exclusive access in full family sizing in the Sneakers app. Now, in order to actually buy these and get exclusive access, you actually do have to meet a certain criteria. So that would only include members who took an L on both of the two following past Jordan Reimagined. So that's gonna include the Air Jordan 3 White Cement, as well as the Jordan 1 Patent Bread. This exclusive access moment will be sent out to select members on October 19th, and the main launch will be on November 4th. So this is cute, right? Jordan Brand, they got a heart. They're looking out for the community. They're trying to take care of people that took L's on previous releases. But the way I'm looking at this is they're trying to create an urgency. They're trying to make you feel like if you get blessed with exclusive access, you got to buy these right away before they sell out, when in reality, I feel like the jury is still out on these joints. I mean, when it comes to these reimagined Royals, I mean, the suede finish is cool and everything, but you know, they ain't touching the OGs. But who am I kidding? I know tomorrow everybody's gonna be going absolutely crazy for these. So let me know what your thoughts are on this upcoming release, and are you gonna be going for these come tomorrow? And for today's big story, we got the preliminary Q3 results from Adidas. Now, this is very important to us because one, Adidas rarely speaks on their Yeezy partnership since cutting ties. Two, we get to see how successful this last major Yeezy sale was. And then number three, you know, we get a little insight in regards to potential future Adidas Yeezy drops. Now, it's important to note that these are preliminary results, and all of the actual official numbers will be released at a later date. So Adidas ended their Yeezy partnership at the end of 2022, one of the brand's most successful collaborators of all time, after Ye made some controversial statements. So of course now they're stuck with a whole bunch of Yeezy inventory that's unsold. Their analysts forecasted that for the very first time in over 30 years, the company would, you know, be operating at a loss. So this is crazy for a major company like Adidas. Then their current CEO, he made the decision that to do what's best for the company, they would go ahead and sell the remaining inventory. You know, with that being said, their analysts then forecasted for Adidas to break even. But it looks like now, after these Q2 and Q3 sales, what we have is an official statement from Adidas in regards to their preliminary Q3 results. It says, excluding any one-offs related to Yeezy and the ongoing strategic review, is now anticipated to reach a level of around $100 million in 2023, previously around break-even level. So basically, to summarize all that up, Adidas sold more Yeezys than their analysts originally forecasted. Now, exactly how many pairs they sold is still unknown, as again, this is just a preliminary report and we'll get the official data at a later date. But according to the New York Post, they claim that the most recent Yeezy drops generated a profit of 150 million euros, roughly $158.5 million, a spokesperson said. Adidas will be making further donations to charity from the proceeds, he said, without giving a specific amount. Now, $160 million sounds like a lot, right? But when you compare it to the reports from the last major Yeezy sale, where they said Adidas generated like $460 million in sales, but you have to make note that this is $160 million in profits is what they're claiming here, not actual revenue. So we'll get the sales versus the revenue figures when we get the official Q3 results, which according to the New York Post, Adidas will report its full third quarter results coming up November 8th. So another important thing to look forward to when we get the official Q3 results is the Q&A segment, in which I would anticipate Adidas to answer some questions in regards to the remaining Yeezy inventory. A lot of people want to know when the next drop will be, and if we don't get any official announcement before then, I would expect them to say something when we get these Q3 results at the top of November. Now, in regards to the remaining inventory, this preliminary report does include that the potential write-off of the remaining Yeezy inventory of now around 300 million euros and was previously at around 400 million euros. Now, I'm no business expert, but if you ask me, it still looks like they are still sitting on a good amount of inventory. So of course, a holiday Q4 release would make perfect sense, but it looks like based off these numbers, we could maybe even forecast to see Adidas still dropping Yeezys even heading into 2024. As we've seen evidence that Adidas has been producing and manufacturing new Yeezys all the way as recent as March of this year. But of course, that makes complete sense as they've already had, the contracts for the factories and everything already in place, and they just continue to manufacture these pairs. But it also means that they have more unreleased pairs just sitting around, and it's just a matter of time before they release those. So of course, a fourth quarter drop would make perfect sense. Adidas would be stupid not to boost up those numbers to finish off the year. But moving forward, it's going to be interesting to see if they can recover after this Yeezy partnership. Of course, they've been gaining a lot of steam by releasing, a lot of collabs, dropping some of their classics like the Samba, Gazelle, Superstars. Adidas is pushing those as well. So it'll be interesting to see if they have enough to do what it takes to recover. But I'm anticipating to see a fourth quarter Yeezy release. And based off these new finds that we have from this preliminary report, it's even more shocking than I expected, and we could maybe even see Adidas still releasing Yeezys going into 2024. So it'll be interesting to see what reports and developments we get in the next couple of days. If we see any more unreleased pairs surface, and possibly if Adidas decides to re-release, any of their classic pairs. So stay tuned, guys. We'll have more updates for you guys shortly in regards to Yeezy, and let me know what your guys' thoughts are about this preliminary Yeezy sale. Do you feel like they sold more pairs than you anticipated? And do you feel like Adidas will still be dropping Yeezys heading into 2024? So stay tuned, guys, for tomorrow. We got a big update, as I have a very interesting package on the way that I think you guys will be very excited to check out. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Make sure y'all stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow for the latest episode of JA News. Love.